Hi, this is Payal Agarwal. Namaste.
Hello, good afternoon. Namaste. This is Payal Agarwal once again. Today we are going to cook something really interesting and something that I love to eat, all the kids love to eat. And once in a while, when you like to indulge and get away from your normal routine of dinner and lunch, sandwiches. Yummy. Okay, so everybody tries to constrict and restrict what we are putting into ourselves, and of course bread is not the greatest of things, but we can tweak it a little here and there so that it is not that bad for us. So what we do is we use whole wheat bread or we use multigrain bread, and of course the stuffing and the sandwiches that I'm going to make 5 sandwiches for you. And the things that we are putting into the sandwiches, a lot of veggies, curd and cheese, good fats. So basically tasty yet not that bad. Okay, so let's get it straight. Once in a while, if we do feel like indulging, we should go ahead and eat what we want, how we want it. Yes, a few tweaks here and there so that we can take it up that level and let it be tasty and good for us too. Okay, so great. Let's begin. So since we are making sandwiches, bread, of course, I have taken whole wheat bread slices and I have cut off the sides. As you can see, I have cut off the sides. You can leave the sides if you want to. And with the sides, what we do is, please, again, as I told you yesterday also, let's use what we can so we can make breadcrumbs out of it. Okay, so you just tear it into pieces, put it on an oven tray, put it in the oven at around 100 degrees Fahrenheit for around 5 to 7 minutes. Keep giving it a shake now and then. Let it be there. Once the 5 minutes are over, put it to an absolute low, as low as your oven will go, and put it for another 5 minutes. And once those 5 minutes are over, so in total it's 10, and you let it be there, let it cool down in the oven, and you'll see it becomes absolutely dry and hard. And so you just process it, put it in the mixer, give it a whiz, and your breadcrumbs, fresh breadcrumbs are ready. Okay, great. So we do not waste that. So sandwiches. Now we are making 5 kinds of sandwiches today. You will get the recipes, and I will of course show you as we go along. So we've got a lot of things today for various kind of sandwiches. We've got onions, which I've cut into thin round slices like so. Okay, we've got cucumber, again cut into thin round slices like so, and tomatoes, same thin round slices. Okay, potatoes. Yesterday I had boiled potatoes, so I did have them with me in the fridge, so I'm using it. If you don't have potatoes boiled, you can boil it in the morning, otherwise you can avoid it also. It's not like a mandatory thing. Okay, so boiled potatoes, again sliced into thin round slices. Okay, so that. And peppers, we are taking all kinds of peppers, all the 3 colors, thin strips. This we are going to saute a little bit and then we'll make the, okay, so half the cucumber I showed you I cut into rounds, and half of it I have grated like so. Okay, like this, and I've squeezed it out nicely so that all the moisture is out of it, and coriander leaves chopped. Okay, 1 clove of garlic, which we are going to mince. So 1 clove of garlic, just 1 peeled, and we are going to mince that in. I'll show you how. And hung curd. Okay, so what I did was I took a spoon of yogurt, put it in a sieve like so, put a bowl at the bottom, and let it sit there for at least 2 hours. And can you see all the water has drained out and accumulated in this? Okay, and now this water we don't throw as well. We make a face mask out of it. As I told you, the best masks and moisturizers and stuff like that you do get in your kitchens. So this water that is left over, what you do is you put a little gram flour, put a little honey, and put a little aloe vera gel. I do have an aloe vera plant, so I do get a fresh gel. FOMO Nomo Facebook page. Okay, so fresh stalks of aloe vera, and you just slice it, strew like that from the middle, and scoop out the gel. So you do get, and you get aloe vera gel packaged in the markets also. So use any nice 100% pure aloe vera gel with no added perfumes and mix that. Give it a mix so that it becomes like a paste. Put it on your face, let it dry for 5 minutes. Give it a nice rub. So it is a mask, it is an exfoliator, and then when you wash it with cold water, voila. Okay, nice fresh skin you get. Okay, so sandwiches. The first sandwich, and there is another one which we are going to make, will be with this batter. Gram flour, water, and the chaat masala I showed you yesterday. 5 spices I told you: cumin, raw mango powder, pepper, pink salt, and salt. 5 things. So we add those masalas in it, make a batter like so. So it's just gram flour and water, nothing else, and the masalas I've put in, and the batter should be flowing consistency. Okay, not very thick, not very thin, because we will be shallow frying it or just toasting it in the pan, so you don't want it very thick like that. So this is done, and so now let's begin. Okay, so first things first, which one should we make? Hung curd. We'll make the hung curd first. So now the water I will keep aside for later use for myself. So put the hung curd in. See, it does become like like ricotta cheese, if you please. So so you just give it a mix so that it becomes like a paste, like that. Mix, mix, mix. So we will prepare all the sandwiches once and for all, and then we'll put it in the pan together too. So okay, so here we go. So curd here, and then we do put in the grated cucumber and the chopped coriander leaves. That goes in. Okay, and we will mince in the garlic clove. Just mince it in. And if you don't like the taste of raw garlic, use the garlic paste also, that's also fine. But raw garlic does taste very good, and it is one of the most potent prebiotics. So this is a concoction actually of a prebiotic and a probiotic. It's got prebiotic as garlic and it's got the probiotic as curd. Great, na? That's what I told you. We have to tweak our food so that it is tasty also and beneficial also. You know, eating good food doesn't mean boring food. Please see the recipes I've been showing you. They are nice, they are tangy, they are easy to make, and they are super delicious. So you give that a mix. Okay, all mixed up nicely, and of course season it. So salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. I've mixed a little salt and pepper because we will need it for all our sandwiches. So a little bit of salt and pepper going in now. Okay. So mix. And of course, if you don't have curd, though I have shown you how to make curd at home, but in case you don't have it, you can use mayo, you can use store-bought curd, yogurt. Just make sure that all the moisture is out of it. Okay, and it will be like so. So you put all the curd mixture nicely in, and the first sandwich easy and done. See how easy these things are, but super tasty and so delicious and so good for you also. I mean, all in one, it's like a double whammy. What else do we need? And one thing more which I would like to share with you, avoid eating raw or uncooked bread. It is cooked though, the bread is made in the oven itself, but it has yeast. Any bread, even whole wheat or multigrain, whatever you get will have yeast. So try and toast it a little bit. Even if you like it soft, like I like my toasts really nice and crunchy. So I lather it, give it a good, lather of my homemade ghee, clarified butter, and I toast it nicely till it's nice golden brown and crisp. But if you like it soft, just put a little bit and just toast it lightly. Makes it easier to digest. That I have noticed. Okay, so the second sandwich, again 2 slices of bread. Now which one should we make? We'll make the chutney sandwich. Okay, so now this chutney that I have taken today, the recipe is in the comment section. This again can be used in various ways. We are making a sandwich also. I am going to serve it with the gram flour fritter, bread fritter that I am going to as a dip also. This you can mix again in yogurt or a little bit of mayo, and it's a different kind of dip with all your spring rolls, your French fries. It's yummy. What all have I put in it? I have put peanuts. I have put coriander leaves. I have put ginger, green chilies, and a small 1/4 of a small little piece of onion. Okay, so you put all that in a blender, put a little dash of water, give it a blend, make it into a smooth paste, chutney like so, and put a little bit of salt in it. And you're sorted. This is your chutney. Just eat it with anything. Eat it with your parathas, eat it with your sandwiches, eat it with your fritters, eat it with, just make hot steamed rice, hot piping hot steamed rice, and eat it with that. Oh, it's unbelievable. This chutney is a go-to. It makes everything absolutely super delicious. Okay, so we smother a good amount of it on 2 sides of the bread, the inner sides of the bread. Okay. And chilies, of course, please go ahead and adjust according to your taste. I have taken around 2 for this much. We do like our food a little spicy. You can, of course, adjust it according to your taste. Alright. So, chutney in. See, I put a good dollop of it. And all the veggies that we have sliced in thin rounds. So, cucumber going in first. Alright. Cucumber. Then, of course, onions. Onions again. Everything is going to be toasted, these sandwiches, so it won't stay raw inside. It will be slightly, it cooks in the steam. So it won't be absolutely raw. But again, please, and use any veggies that you have, don't have, like. If you don't like onions, don't use onions. Though I would, in the heat, in the India heat that we have now, the May heat is scorching. It's hot. It goes up to 40 degrees, So raw onions is something which will keep you, it will retain your moisture, it will keep you hydrated, it will won't let you get sick in the hot heat. So raw onions again, try and incorporate, as I told you, with the ginger, remember, that put a little salt and put a little lime juice and keep it till turn pink. Similarly with the onions. Raw onions, cut it however you want to, round, square, whatever, and put a little salt and put a little lemon juice, put it aside for a day, and you'll see it's become soft and fermented and pinkish. Eat that with your food also. It's very, very good. Okay. So again, tomatoes. I'll just put around, I have cut 1 full tomato, but I'll put only 2 slices. And potatoes. Okay. So a few potatoes. And of course, salt and pepper. Remember, there is salt in the chutney, so just put enough so that the vegetables don't feel absolutely bland. Okay. That. And of course, on this, you could put a little cheese. Cheese makes everything better, as I told you, full of good fats. So don't be afraid. Of course, you can't keep eating more and more cheese every day, but once in a while, it's very good for you. Okay, so a little bit of cheese. I've taken cheese slices, so I'm just putting 1/4 on top like that. And you know what cheese will also do is melt and hold the sandwich together from inside. So you put 1/4 like that and 1/4 at the bottom. So that, as I told you, it will melt and hold the sandwich together. Second sandwich, done. Okay, so we'll keep it aside like so. And now the third one. What should we make? What should we make? We will make the chili cheese. Okay, let's make the chili cheese then. Lots of cheese. This is normal grated cheese. And you can use green chilies, red chilies, chili flakes, paprika as we call it, whatever you feel like. I will be using red chilies today and pepper. So lots of cheese, and of course you can make it only with cheese also. With a little bit of salt and pepper, it tastes too good. Don't put any chilies if you don't feel like. Completely up to you. Combinations are hundreds. For sandwiches, no, that's the advantage. Just use what you like. And again, sandwiches can withstand a lot. Any flavor that you want. So salt and pepper, a pinch, just sprinkle it on top. And of course, red chili powder, little bit, just a pinch. Okay, just a pinch going on top like so. Can you imagine the third one also done? This is becoming fun. Okay, so your cheese sandwich, chili cheese is done. That's your third one. Just keep pressing it down a little bit so that when we are toasting it doesn't fall apart. Third one done. Now to the fourth one, which is the besan, and the fifth one, which is the peppers. That also I show. So besan, fourth one. Batter ready. As I told you, I'll just recap it for you once. Gram flour, water. Approximately just put equal amounts in the beginning and see it should be this consistency, flowing consistency. Okay, so in case you do feel that it's a little thick still, go ahead and put a little more. Always put less first and then build from there. Don't put a whole lot of water in the beginning, then again a whole lot of gram flour has to be put to adjust it, and it goes for a waste. So put a little bit, adjust, and then see. So and the masala, the chaat masala, so we put salt, we put pepper, we put red chili powder, we put dry mango powder and cumin powder. So I've put all that in this. So your besan masala is ready. Now what we do to this is we take a piece of bread like so, and we do just give it you cut it into thin strips, or you might cut it into squares, whatever you please. So I have cut it into thin strips like this, 3 parts, and you dip it in the besan like so. Okay, and you take a tongs and you dip it and let it soak in the masala, the besan masala nicely. And the non-vegetarians, you can do this with egg as well, of course. And with egg, you can put the salty masala, or you can go ahead and put cinnamon and sugar, make it into French toast. Put honey on top. Sorted. Okay, so like so. See, can you see? It's all soaked up, the besan. And we put it on the pan so that the fritters will be ready to go. Now the fifth and the last one that we are making will be the pepper. Now that I will have to show you on the pan itself, because we are going to saute the pepper lightly and then put it in the bread. So here is my pan. All the beautiful sandwiches that I showed you have been laid out, and we will cook it together. It will cook together. So one pan sorted, 4-5 types of sandwiches sorted, and we'll be ready to eat. So gas on. As I told you, I'm going to put a lot of my homemade clarified butter. You can go ahead and put your normal butter, unsalted butter, any butter that you please. So nicely, all the sides, every corner. Okay, nicely. Don't be shy and don't be scared, because bread does need a little bit more of grease for it to crisp up. So let's not be shy. And put in all the clarified butter. So what we do is we turn it so that we can butter or grease the other side as well. So this one was the and the gas at this point should be on a medium high. So this one was the curd, which I just flipped. This is the second one, which is the chutney and sliced veggies and little bit of cheese, which I just turned. Keep pressing it down a bit so that. And this is the cheese and chili, which I have flipped again. Okay, press. So now again butter the other side nicely. Okay, oh, it's making me happy just looking at it. And there you go. And the fritter is also happening, and we just flip that too. Okay, so one side is almost the you know what happens to the fritter is, I'll just show you. So you have to wait for it to set a bit so that the basin is cooked little bit. At this point now we put the grease. See, can you see it's cooked a little bit? It's becoming little golden brown. So now at this point we go ahead and put a little bit of the ghee. Just drop it on top so that this will also crisp up nicely. And the taste of besan and ghee together, it's deadly. It's just too good. Okay. So that put aside. Now on one side of the pan, see, I'll show you. We'll just push this to one side, all the toasts. And on this side, I'm going to take a little bit of the clarified butter and put in the peppers just to saute them a little bit. Everything is happening in the same pan, mind you. Everything is happening in the same pan. I'm not using like too many 3-4 pans and making a mess. So as much as you need for one sandwich, I've gone and put a whole lot. So as much as we need for one sandwich, give that a little bit of a toss. Let it coat itself, and we'll just put little bit of, let it just toss up little bit. Just give it 2 minutes. As I told you, my fingers have turned into asbestos. They don't get burnt. You please be careful. Okay. So everything is happening simultaneously. The peppers are being roasted. The toast, turn. Keep giving it a flip, okay? We don't want one side burning and one side raw. So keep giving it a, see, I'll just show you what's happening to it. There. It's starting to crisp up. Okay, so we flipped the side now, which was not toasted. Flip the besan toast also, the fritter. And with the fritter again, the magic is that you can use filling in that also. So like suppose we made this chutney and the veggies. The entire sandwich you dip into the besan batter, into the gram flour batter, and then you toast it. That can also be done. Please go ahead. It tastes very good. Okay. That also is an option. So I have now showed you given you the sixth one also. So now these peppers are slightly toasted. Now we take them out in a bowl. Okay, we just take them out in a bowl like so. And I'll show you what we do to this. So these come out. Okay. I'll show you how to assemble that. Now while these breads are happening, let this keep toasting away, and then we'll put the fifth one in. So 4 are already in, the fifth one will go in, I'll show you. So let's put that on a back burner now, while we can, while we can, I'll show you how to assemble this pepper one. Okay, so when we are assembling the pepper one, just 1 minute, I'll just be back with my board. Okay, so once we put this, okay, so we take the bread now. Again, Now you put ketchup on this. Plain normal tomato ketchup we'll be using on both the sides of the bread, inner sides of the bread. Give it, coat the bread with it, okay, nicely. That is done. Now put the peppers, all the peppers that we have roasted. So arrange them nicely on the bread. Red, green, yellow, again in the same order. Let it look pretty. Okay. Oh, nice. Can you see? It's like a painting. White bread is like the white paper and all the beautiful colors of the pepper. Okay. See, I'll show you how pretty it's looking. So all the peppers done. See how we've arranged it. Again, you can make these into open sandwiches also. Just instead of covering it with the second bread, leave it open, put the cheese, put it on top and cover your pan with something so that the cheese melts. If it's an open sandwich. Today I'm covering everything and making. Okay, so the cheese slice that was left, half, as I told you, half on one side for the pepper to get some help to stick onto the bread, and half on the other side. Flip and just put half on the other side. So that is done. So now we put that on the pan as well. There you go. The pan was on the back burner, as I told you. I'm going to just get it to me now to show you how we are doing the. So gas on, here, gas off there, pan is back. So now again butter both sides of the pepper sandwich. Oh, mistake. I think I forgot to season the pepper sandwich. Oh no. Okay, doesn't matter. Nothing's lost. Pick up one bread. Nothing's lost, nothing lost, rectifiable. Salt and pepper. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Happens, I told you. It's nothing to get scared of. Trial and error. If I can make a mistake, I'm sure it's doable for everybody else also, right? Though okay, oregano going in. It is all mentioned on in the recipe, though I just forgot. So now I'm rectifying myself. Easy. Oregano. Okay. And now cover back again and let it sit there. Now we just give it a flip because one side has been. Oh, nice. Press. Keep pressing it down so that the cheese is melting and everything is cooking evenly. Okay. With the besan fritter also. Keep. Okay, so that is happening. See the besan fritter I shown. Make many, and you can deep fry it also, and you can put it in your air fryer also. So I have told you the options. I am just shallow frying it today. You can do it however you please. See, golden brown. Can you see? Crisp and golden brown. It's happening. So while these are happening, the drink for today is a chocolate shake. Everybody loves it. I love it. Kids love it. Every age group, I think you can't go wrong with chocolate shake. So milk and chocolate and sugar and delight. You're in the heaven. You're in heaven. Okay, so what I have done is I had cocoa powder. I didn't have drinking chocolate, so I had cocoa powder. So equal amount of cocoa powder and sugar, and again whisk so that it becomes no lumps and a smooth paste, and the sugar kind of dissolves. Okay, I could just drink it up like this only. I don't need milk. Okay, so chocolate, keep whisking and see it's nice and smooth now. So the toasts are almost done. Just check with your fingers little bit or with this thing. It should be pressing down and not seeming soft or gooey or anything like that. It should be nice, and so just give it a flip. If you feel some of them are still a little white, see, I'll show you how nice it's looking. I'll just pick up one and show you. See, this is the color that you're looking for, golden brown. Okay, perfect. So while that's happening, the rest we'll do the drink now. And a surprise also. Since we have chocolate at hand and since we are going to make a chocolatey drink, why not make a sweet chocolatey bread also, and it tastes yum. I'm really telling you, it tastes yum. So I had those strips left that I had made for the besan fritter, so I have one left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to coat that in chocolate. Okay, I have 2 strips there. See what I'm going to do. Coat it in chocolate like so. Put it one on top of each other and put it on the pan. You'll bless me. Oh, it's delightful to eat this. Really, I'm telling you, just try it, okay? It's too good. So, while that is happening, okay, let that happen and we'll make the drink. Okay, so let's make the drink now. So what we do is, that's my chocolate mixture here with me. We'll take out, after 2 or 3 days, I think my darling glass is out. Okay, so let's welcome him. So here we have the glass. Take a spoon, take the chocolate mixture and just drizzle a little bit first into the glass like so. Okay, and keep rotating the glass while you're doing that. So what will happen is, it will just form a little bit of see, just a little bit of a design for it to look nice when you pour in the milk. Now I've got chilled milk with me, absolutely cold, and just pour it in like so. Can you see? Can you see how pretty it's looking? And more of the chocolate mixture, a full spoon goes into that. Let it look pretty, don't mix anything as of now. Just serve it as it is and everybody will mix it and drink it. Okay, just for it to look nice and pretty. So just clean the glass a bit and there, chocolate shake done. Looking nice. See how pretty it's looking. Can you see how pretty it's looking? Tempting? Okay, so that is made. And now for our sandwiches, should I cut open one and show you? I'll just show it to you how it's looking. So see, it's nice and golden brown from both the sides. This one is the chili cheese. Okay, so golden brown, and I will cut it open and I will show you. Let me just cut it for you. Knife. Cut it open. Ta-da! So, sandwich served. Drink served. Have a wonderful midweek and I will see you again tomorrow with a new recipe and with lots of love from India. Bye-bye to you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.